You think you know how airports operate? Check in, go through security, board, and take off. Easy peasy, right? Well, not exactly. Many travelers fall into the same traps, from seemingly good duty-free shopping to hidden baggage fees. One employee revealed what's really going on behind the scenes and paid the price for it. Let's uncover everything you need to know. You could be eligible for flight delay compensation. One thing about air travel? It pays to know your rights. In the European Union, passengers are entitled to financial compensation for delays over 3 hours as long as there are no unforeseen circumstances. The amount ranges between €250 to €600, depending on the flight distance. This rule applies to flights departing from any EU airport, regardless of the airline, and flights departing from outside the EU but operated by an EU airline. Similar laws exist in the UK. Airlines operating in the United States are also legally required to issue refunds for cancellations, delays, and significant flight changes if passengers choose not to accept the airline's alternative. The X's in some airport codes is merely a placeholder. The logic behind some airport codes is obvious. SYD for Sydney or BCN for Barcelona, but you may be left wondering what the X in LAX is about. Turns out airports used a 2-letter city identification system in the 1930s, but had to switch to 3-letter combinations when air travel expanded in the 40s. The 3-letter IATA codes allowed for more permutations, so some existing airport codes had to take an extra letter. This was how Portland International Airport ended up with PDX, and Los Angeles International Airport got LAX. Dubai International Airport settled for DXB because DUB was already assigned to Dublin. Flight disruptions aren't the only basis for compensation. Baggage delays matter too. It often feels like airlines demand much from passengers, so it's only fair that they pay up when their services falter. According to the new rules by the US Department of Transportation, you're entitled to a full refund of your baggage fee if you don't receive your luggage within 12 hours of domestic flights and 15 to 30 hours of international flights. Request a property irregularity report form at the airline's baggage service office at the airport, then fill out the mishandled baggage report on their website. If you're flying Delta or Alaska Airlines, you could get air miles for your stress. These airlines promise baggage delivery within 20 minutes of your domestic flight arrival. If Delta Airlines fails to live up to its promise, you get 2,500 bonus miles, but you must be a SkyMiles member at the time of travel to be eligible. Alaska gives 2,500 bonus miles or a $25 discount code for use on a future Alaska Airlines flight. If you think these are eye-opening, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell. There are even more insider tips you shouldn't miss. So let's continue the list. A fragile sticker on your bag doesn't guarantee safe handling. Airport baggage handlers are often under pressure to load and unload luggage from the plane. This gives them less time to consider the stickers on suitcases. Plus, there are probably many other bags with stickers from previous trips. If your fragile tag looks old or is from a different airline, it's as good as useless. This isn't to say that important items like TVs, strollers, or musical instruments aren't given better protection. It's best to invest in a good quality suitcase that can withstand the hassle and ensure your belongings are well packed. Use a bubble wrap if you have to, and if all else fails, get travel insurance. Another pro tip is to use your carry-on for more valuable objects if you can. Is duty-free shopping overhyped? What makes it so irresistible? Hold your thoughts till you find out why it feels like a traveler's rite of passage. The answer is all in the design. Duty-free shops are positioned after security checkpoints to encourage you to spend. You feel more relaxed after going through the rigors of security, and there you have the fancy stores beckoning to you and your wallet. Whether or not you get a good bargain depends on what you buy and where. Alcohol and tobacco products may offer the best savings because they're typically highly taxed. Do some research before you travel. What does the item cost at home or online? This helps you recognize a good deal when you see it. Buy 2 one-way tickets to save more. Who says you have to stick to the same airline for a round trip? You could save more money when you buy 2 one-way tickets from different airlines. This particularly works for less popular destinations that aren't served by many carriers. Book a flight to your entrance city, then book a separate flight, possibly on a local airline, to your final destination. This trick is different from skiplagging, which could get you in trouble with the airline. Airport lounge access isn't limited to premium passengers. Your fare class isn't a barrier to enjoying the free food, Wi-Fi, quiet ambiance, and comfy seating in an airport lounge. You can buy a day pass, redeem your miles, or use your airline credit card to access the lounge. Alternatively, your credit card could secure you a complimentary or discounted access. You get free access if you hold a Chase Sapphire Reserve, American Express Platinum, or Capital One Venture card. Those with Priority Pass memberships also don't have to spend a dime. Pack your own wired headphones. Full-service airlines may provide headphones on board, but it could be at a cost. If you're flying a budget carrier, you probably wouldn't get in-flight entertainment at all. Whichever it is, your best bet is to bring your own device. No surprising fees mid-air, and you can be sure of the quality. Wrap your gifts when you land. If you're traveling during the holiday season, it's not uncommon to travel with gifts in your hand luggage. However, you should leave them unwrapped because airport security staff may need to search and screen them. Save your gift wrapping skills for your destination. Use a gift bag ahead of the trip. Still on airport security, some airport security personnel do more than full-body scans. They take things a step further by profiling passengers at the airport. The profilers observe travelers for suspicious behaviors such as excessive fidgeting, sweating, whistling, weather-inappropriate dressing, and excessive throat clearing. The identified passengers are then called aside for additional screening. Passenger profiling may vary by airport, and the practice has raised concerns about discrimination and privacy. You could get an upgrade at a bargain. Almost every economy passenger longs for the extra legroom at the front of the plane. But how do you snag that coveted upgrade? There's no guaranteed trick, but flying during off-peak times could increase your chances. You can't get upgraded without open seats in the premium cabin, right? Airlines reward loyalty, so being an elite member is a surefire way to get an upgrade. Some airlines reward elite members with free upgrade. If you haven't reached elite status, consider exploring the mileage upgrade. You can also use travel credit cards. If these options aren't feasible, give up your seat on an overbooked flight. Although it may be difficult to plan for this, inform the gate agent you're willing to be bumped to a later flight. It presents an opportunity to negotiate a good offer like a free upgrade. Of course, you can only volunteer to be bumped if your travel plans are flexible. Food and drinks aren't the only expensive items at the airport. Parking fees are also outrageous. Consider ride-hailing apps for some savings, or rely on your personal network to drive you to the airport, as long as you reciprocate when it's their turn. If you've booked a hotel at your destination, you can leverage their airport shuttle service if it's available. Imagine if more travelers knew how the system really worked. How much better would the air travel experience be? Let's chat in the comments. If you found these insider tips helpful, share this video with someone who needs to know these secrets too. Everyone wants to be a step ahead. Subscribe to the channel and stick around for more videos that help you fly smarter, cheaper, and stress-free. You don't want to be left behind. See you in the next video.